Y'all, this is getting ridiculous. Thursday morning. It rained most of the night. It was after 6 o'clock last night when we were putting the decals on from the last video. I have blades to heat treat, and it is really hard out there at the forge with the rain blowing in and everything else to do that. I mean, day after day after day. Jeez. It's still raining. Let me show you what I got going on right now. I can't get outside and do anything. This is my Lowrance Hook 3. I've had this for 3, maybe 4 years, I think. I think I traded a knife for it, or it may have been a gift, viewer gift, I don't remember. Now, this was brand new in the box when I got it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I put it on the Wallace 3, the old fiberglass boat, first. And I couldn't, it works, it powers up, it worked fine. It's a color screen, very nice little depthfinder. But it would not read the water depth. Transducer wouldn't work. And I think I figured out why. If I saw it in a box, I'm either going to fix it or get rid of it. When you get these new, you have to put this in yourself. And apparently I skimped that wire right there. And you can just barely see the shielding in there. And I'm thinking if that gets wet, it won't work. So before I get rid of it, because a new transducer is almost $100. You can get these small units, even at Walmart. It's got a Hummingbird. It's a newer model than this, way newer than this, for $125. So I don't see the point in buying just a transducer. Now there's several on eBay used for $30 and $40, but I'm not going to invest in something used. And I want this one attached to the bottom of my trolling motor, and there are kits you can get to do that. But for just an experiment, when I do get it on the water, I'll if it works, I'll do something different. But I think I can rig up something that'll work just fine. Now what I'm going to try, I've got some super glue and some super glue gel. I'm going to put a drop of regular right here and let it dry. Then when I'm satisfied it's sealed up good, I may put some gel on it and let that dry. And then I'll split a piece of shrink tubing and slide over, if I can, and try to seal this thing up. And then put it all back together. And while I'm doing that, I've got to run a power source up to the front of the boat, which is going to be easy to do because this is the old trolling motor plug. It had been plugged in for I don't know how many years. When I unplugged it, I already dumped it out. The inside prongs had just rotted where they'd been wet, and one of them broke off. So I ordered a new one. This is a OEM original equipment motor guide plug. It came in the mail yesterday, or day before yesterday. If I can get it open, there. That's what it's supposed to look like. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tie into, I know I have power going to the front of the boat. I already tested it. I'm going to tie into the power source here for that. I'm going to add a fuse block that I already had. That's why I'm doing this, because I already had all this stuff except this, but all this I had, so it's worth a shot, I think. So let me show you right quick how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put a drop. There's another little skint place. Now I did that, like I said, myself, putting it together. Thanks a lot, Lawrence, for making something where somebody can goof it up. We'll put a drop in that little spot. And just the tiniest bit right there, and let that dry. I don't want to glue it to the thing there. Because now this hasn't, I know it got wet's probably what made it not work, but it hasn't been wet in years. It's been inside, so let that dry real good. Then I'll come back with just a little bit of the gel maybe over it. I think this would work better than silicone or something like that. So let's let that dry. And we'll listen to the rain some more. This is getting ridiculous. Flash flood warnings went up this morning. Flood watches have went up now. So. And it's not supposed to stop anytime soon. The last forecast I heard was all the way up till Sunday. And this is Thursday. It's still supposed to be raining Sunday. So we'll see what happens. Pardon me. In the meantime, I'm gonna do what I can do and bring y'all along with me. Alright, here we go. This is pretty much dried. The first few drops I put on there. Took a piece of heat shrink and split it down the middle, because you can't do it any other way, I don't think. You can turn that side that way. We got the heat gun ready. I think instead of letting this dry, I'm going to put it on there while it's wet, or I may not be able to slide that over it. Trying to get a watertight seal. I think that's going to be more than enough. And of course I get it on my fingers. I'll dampen my fingers a little bit. Lift it up and cover best I can. That's about as far as that's going to go. Let's go ahead and shrink it on there. Okay, the glue stopped it a little bit. Spread that out. I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But like I said, if it don't work, I'm not out anything. So as long as that's covered and sealed good there, I'm thinking that when it dries good, I'll take some. I've got some real super duper electrical tape. I'll just wrap up to here. Make sure nothing seeps in there. And there we go. I've already went inside and made me some lunch. Ate. Almost fell asleep. Came back out, and yes, it's still raining. So, oh well. Yes, I know it's raining. Yes, I know it's noisy, but I'm going to attempt to show y'all what I'm doing. I cannot sit around here for another week waiting on the rain to quit. So, put in a ground and this for the depth finder. So I got a power source already up here. Let's see. Got my heat shrink tube here. I'm gonna shrink that in, seal it up good, and I'll have to do most of this off camera. But I coated all the ends with lithium grease, so maybe it'll hold up okay. Look at it again here in just a minute. All right, before I button all this back up, right here in the center, I'm gonna drill a hole and put a grommet. And I run my wires from my depth finder through here, and then when I get them all hooked up, I'll push the wire back through and anchor it somewhere, because it's going to sit right here. And then the transducer wire will go up somehow or another up that way. I haven't figured that out yet, but I did check the power. My plug is hot, and I'm going to try to sit the camera right here where you can see. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And that new spring in that switch is strong. It's what it's supposed to be. Alright, let's see what will go on. Oh yeah. We have trolling motor power. I'm glad my hand button up there. So there we go, one mission accomplished. Like I said, I've got to learn how to work this thing, but I know that's the switch that turns it on. Hit that with your foot, and you change that with your foot. And I think that's slow, and that's got a little jackrabbit on it, so that's fast. We'll figure all that out later. But success. Now, what I've been doing a lot on everything I've done on this boat, thinking very carefully and thinking it through. Make sure I'm doing it the way I want it the first time. So I don't have to go back. There we go. I'll be back in a minute. We'll get this grommet deal done here somehow or another. Stop raining. Alright, I got a different idea. I already have this. I bought it for the Wallace Ford, but I never installed it because I installed a different kind. This is a USB. That is a regular 12-volt plug. Both which could be very, very handy. Especially this one. What if I take this and just barely fit, mount it there. Okay, put both of them in, put a 12-volt plug, which I think I've got one of those, to the depth finder. That way I can plug it in, and when I'm not using it, I can unplug it. So that's out of the way. I think that's where I'm going to go. Then I'll have a USB if I wanted to plug my phone in and sit up here and not get down and all that. Because there's only one other power cord in the boat, which one came with it. It's down by the steering column. So, that way I can plug in a light or something like that if I wanted to. And I have that option. That's what I'm going to do. Now I've got to measure this out. Find the hole saw for this. There's plenty of room in here. And like I said, if I didn't say it, my friends will tell you, redneck ingenuity is my specialty. Plus, it's something I already have. It's sitting in a box, so let's put it to use. I'm so proud of myself sometimes. It's sort of hard to show y'all what I'm doing and on at the same time and dealing with this racket. What it's going to look like: 12-volt USB, and this came with wires. Go to here. Now, this is not hot yet. It's hot to here, but I haven't put a fuse in it yet, so it's not hot. Yeah. Now the screws that came with this were some kind of black looking screws. I'm not sure what they are, so I've got some stainless. So I went ahead and put stainless in there. And the ones that secure it to front deck are stainless. So I'll put those right back in. Alright. Making progress. Alright, there it is. I used a little wiring harness that came with it. And these are clearly marked, positive, negative. Dummy proof for people like me. Let's see, here we got a 5 amp fuse. I think is 5 amp will be plenty big enough for what we're going to use up here. Maybe you can see I'm not good at one-handed camera work. There we go. No sparks, no flames. Let's see, let's test it and make sure we're hot. Let's see, I've got to find the ground somewhere. Let's see, hang on, we'll find the ground. Nothing metal up here, everything's... Let's see if we can get down by the trailer somewhere. I don't know if that's on grounded or not, but nope. Hang on, got a better idea. Alright, didn't even think about it, but if you open the USB, we have a tiny blue light. That power. Now the 12 volt, this is the phone charger out of my truck. And you have power. Now I think I got a different one that we can use, but there we go. We are powered up. My goodness. Alright, I didn't show you here, but both connections have a connector in there, one of those kinds. And I give everything a shot of lithium grease to keep it from corrosion. And we're ready to button this thing back up, and then we'll see about finding one of these, see if we can get that depthfinder to work. Yeah, it's still raining. There we go, all buttoned up, console back on. The tilt trim works, toner motor works, both of these work. Now, I cannot find a proper plug for that to hook this trolling motor yet. I know I got one. Now, it's getting late in the day. I may spend a few more minutes looking for one. And if I don't find it, we'll just wait on that. I am going to go ahead and mount the totem motor right here. I mean the depth finder right there. And we'll see what's next. Brought it back in on the table. It's easy to do. Say it with me. Say it with me. I found an old light. It doesn't work. Don't throw nothing away. Wire, same size wire I believe as this. So we're going to use this for our power cord for the depth finder. Get all that connected up and we'll see if it'll power up. Which I'm pretty sure it will. Alright, let's test it out. Got it plugged in. Now, full disclosure, I've already turned it on. So shallow alarm. It never did that before, so the transducer seems to be working. That is the simulator. Before on the simulator, the transducer wouldn't read up here. And I'm showing temperature, which would be the water temperature, but it shows the outside temperature. That's what this one looks like. It shows you the structure underneath. Now it doesn't have the side scan and all that, which I don't need that up here. I've got that on my big Lowrance up on the steering column. And these to me are not necessarily to find fish. I want to know where the structure is, what's underneath the water, that type of thing. And the big one back there, my gift from Staff Sergeant Rubin a few years ago, that one has all the GPS maps, course settings, waypoints, speedometer, temperature, everything. It's got the whole 9 yards and it works great. And as long as this will read the depth when I get it in the water, this will be absolutely perfect for what I want up here. Because what I can do, I can find depots and all just riding on, you know, at the cockpit, and then locate a stretch of river or something that, okay, there's structure here, this is where I want to fish. Especially on places I've never been. I know where a lot of places are, but you can always find new places. So there we go. It took me all day to do this, and I still got to wrap that up with some good electrical tape. Each individual wire is tied together and shrink wrapped, and then I got a shrink wrap on the outside, and I'll tape it up with that awesome black tape that I got. And I'll figure out how to get it mounted to the totem motor another day, because I am whooped for today. And it's still raining. It's not raining hard, but it's still raining. But anyway, there we go. Let's see how to get it off the simulator. I've still got the book for this. I'm gonna have to read it, or give it to one of the grandkids and let them read it for me. Tell me. Okay, let's check the voltage, see what that does. Voltage, small, medium. I don't know what that means. No, the device right there, 12.6. Alright, there we go. Now I got to figure out how to get it cleared. Let's see, let's try here. I have no idea. So, I'll figure that out later. There we go. I would call that a success. Now, that way I can just unplug it, because I don't like leaving anything plugged in. There. As the man says, it's been a good day, Tater. Tomorrow I have got to work on some more knives. I think I got another order today. And so Friday and Saturday will be knife working days, with the exception of one thing I'll show y'all that may make me emotional, but that's okay. It'll be alright. I thank y'all very much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see y'all next time. Wait. Now, the last thing to do after this is taken care of, now I've got to plug in the trailer lights and double check they was working when I got it. Make sure everything, all those work. Of course, vacuum, because I've tracked all kind of junk in it. Vacuum and clean. I got to build a cover for that binder there if it works. Take a look at the new Calvin decals. I know it's dark back here with a, is that not just awesome? I still got to clean and I'm gonna wax the top side, and I'm gonna wax the motor over here where I messed it up with the gas, changing the pump and all that, but that's cool. Very, very nice. I like it. And another sneak peek, I got the new lighter camo on my seats, and I really like that. I think it's going to be just fine. I did eliminate the middle seat, and I sacrificed my big cutting board and made me a step, because this way I got a step from there to there to there. I don't have to step all the way up on that seat and in. And I can still lift it, and got my storage underneath. Don't look at that mess on the floor. That's me climbing in and out of it. Got my rod holder built and put on there. I ordered the holders themselves, and I cut some treated 1x4 and made my little holder deal. So we are that close to getting in the water, if it will quit raining. I even got a new lanyard safety cord stop switch, so just little things that had to have. We'll do a final walk around here in the next few days after I get it all cleaned up, all waxed, shined up and pretty. As cold, I mean not cold, but damp and rainy as it is, you can't wax anything in this kind of weather. So still got a lot of cleaning needs to be done. That's the little stuff. There we go. That's it. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll see y'all next time.